This is your weekly violent crime report for the city of Columbus, Ohio, in the week of April 9th through April 16th, 2021. There were 4 homicides, 9 shooting investigations. Next, we have a victim, Michaela Renee Ellis, female, age 25, and we have a suspect, Bria K. Page Hensley, female, age 21. On Friday, April 9th, 2021, at 6:52 p.m., Columbus police officers responded to a report of a shooting at 1414 Harrisburg Pike. Upon arrival, officers learned Michaela Renee Ellis was struck by a motor vehicle driven by Bria K. Hensley. Miss Ellis was transported to Grant Hospital, where she was pronounced at 7:25 p.m. Investigators found the shooting did not occur until after Miss Ellis was struck by the vehicle. No one was injured as a result of the shooting. Bria K. Hensley is being charged with murder, and a male is being charged with a weapons offense. We will not be able to release photos of the male until additional follow-up can be completed by investigators. Anyone with information regarding this incident is asked to call Columbus Police Homicide Unit or Central Ohio Crime Stoppers. This is the 55th homicide in Columbus, Ohio in calendar year 2021. Next, we have a victim, Donjia Hunter, male, age 25, and a victim, Lakisa White, female, age 46. Victim number 1 and victim number 2 were outside the bar of 5999 East Livingston Avenue when a fight broke out. Victim number 1 went to his car and retrieved a firearm and fired one shot up into the air to break up the fight. Victim number 1 and victim number 2 were getting into their vehicle to leave the area when an unknown suspect fired gunshots at them from behind the building. Victim number 1 was grazed in the top of the head by a bullet, and victim number 2 was grazed in the right leg. The victims left the scene in their vehicles and crashed a few blocks away due to victim number 1's injuries. Victim number 1 was transported to a local hospital in stable condition. Victim number 2 refused medical attention at the scene. Both victims are expected to survive their injuries. Next, we have a victim, female, age 73, and 5 suspect juveniles, unknown age. On April 11, 21, at approximately 2:30 p.m., the elderly victim was working as a Lyft driver, was violently ripped from her vehicle by a group of juveniles. The group of suspects had hired her services, and they consisted of 4 males and 1 female. The victim pleaded with the suspects, asking them why. The primary suspect responded, "You're the chosen one for the day." The suspects fled in her 2015 silver Chevy, not only stealing her transportation, but also impacting her ability to earn an income. The elderly victim sustained abrasions and bruising from the ordeal. She sought help from people at a nearby residence, and they called 911 for her. On 4/12/21, at approximately 9:34 a.m., the stolen 2015 silver Chevy struck a city school bus with passengers on board in the 2000 block of East 17th Avenue. 3 suspects fled from the crash-stolen vehicle, consisting of 2 males and 1 female. A short time later, the female returned to the scene. Police are still looking for the male suspects. Next, we have a victim, Tacardo LaWayne Williams, male, age 47. Update, 4/13/2021. The victim has been identified as Tacardo LaWayne Williams, and NOK was notified, next of kin. On Saturday, April 10th, 2021, at 3:42 p.m., Columbus police officers responded to 2853 Cleveland Avenue to check on the well-being of the resident. Officers discovered the apartment was open and found a person dead inside. Signs of foul play were evident, and the death is being investigated as a homicide. The identity of the deceased is not yet known. His name will be released once investigation is made, which we already went over. Anyone with information regarding this incident is asked to call Columbus Police Homicide Unit or Central Ohio Crime Stoppers. This is the 56th homicide in Columbus, Ohio in calendar year 2021. Next, we have a victim, Brian Wallace, male, age 33. On April 12, 2021, at approximately 10:44 a.m., Columbus Police Patrol officers were dispatched to Grant Hospital on a report of a person who walked into the emergency room suffering from a gunshot wound to the palm of their right hand. Upon the officers' arrival, they spoke to the victim, Brian Wallace. Mr. Wallace refused to give the officers any information about the shooting. Investigative detectives responded to the hospital and attempted to interview Mr. Wallace in regards to the shooting, and again, Mr. Wallace refused to disclose any details related to the shooting. Anyone with information about this incident is asked to contact Detective Daryl Kowalski of the Columbus Police Felony Assault Unit or Central Ohio Crime Stoppers. Next, we have a victim, Kyra Capleton, female, age 28, and a victim, Tyson Joseph, male, age 27. On April 12, 2021, at approximately 2:42 a.m., officers responded to OSU East Hospital on a walk-in shooting victim. Kyra Capleton stated that after leaving Moments Bar and Grill with a friend, Tyson Joseph, they were driving to an unknown location when she heard a loud noise and felt her arm go numb. After realizing she had been shot, Mr. Joseph switched seats and drove her to the hospital. Ms. Capleton was shot one time in the chest and is expected to survive her injuries. Anyone with additional information on this incident is encouraged to call Columbus Police Assault Unit and or Detective R. Venavoris or Crime Stoppers. Next, we have a victim, Jeremy R. Owes, male, age 20. On April 12, 2021, at approximately 7:21 a.m., Columbus Police Patrol officers were dispatched to 604 Beck Street on a shots fired call. Further information from dispatch stated a male was on the ground, possibly suffering from a gunshot wound. Upon arrival to the scene, officers were unable to locate a victim, but did locate two witnesses and a large amount of blood on the ground in the yard to the east of the property. It was later determined that a male, later identified as Jeremy Owes, had self-transported to Children's Hospital for medical treatment prior to officers arriving. Mr. Owes explained that while he was in an argument with his ex-girlfriend, he was shot 2 times. The identity of the shooter is being withheld as charges have not yet been filed. Mr. Owes is expected to make a full recovery. Next, we have a victim, John Doe, deceased, male, unknown age. On Tuesday, April 13, 2021, at 1:02 a.m., Columbus police officers responded to 3851 East Livingston Avenue to a report of 2 people shot at Eagle Fuel. Officers arrived and were directed to a vehicle that crashed into a utility pole at the intersection of East Livingston Avenue and Courtright Road. Inside the vehicle was a man suffering from a gunshot wound. The individual was transported to Grant Medical Center where he was pronounced at 3:29 a.m. The identity of the deceased is not yet known. His name will be released once identification is made by the coroner. Ozian Gamal and Asanaki Kind were occupants of a vehicle that crashed in the intersection of East Livingston Ave and Beechwood Road after their car was struck by a bullet. Ms. Gamal was transported to an area hospital in stable condition to be treated for injuries she received as a result of the crash. Mr. Kind was not injured. Anyone with information regarding this incident is asked to call Columbus Police Homicide Unit or Central Ohio Crime Stoppers. This is the 57th homicide in Columbus, Ohio in calendar year 2021. Next, we have a victim, Bryson Bowie, male, age 18. On April 13, 2021, at approximately 4:26 p.m., Columbus police officers responded to the area of 2735 Tennyson Boulevard on the report of somebody had been shot. When the officers arrived, they found Bryson Bowie suffering from a gunshot wound to the head. Mr. Bowie was transported to an area hospital in critical condition. Mr. Bowie was rushed into surgery and is currently listed in stable condition. Officers were unable to talk to Mr. Bowie at this time. This incident is still under investigation, and anyone with information is asked to contact Felony Assault Unit Detective David Yonker or Central Ohio Crime Stoppers. Next, we have a victim, Marshawn D. Gray, male, age 20. On April 13, 2021, at approximately 7:08 p.m., Columbus Police Patrol officers were dispatched to a local area hospital on a report of a gunshot victim that had just walked into the emergency room. Mr. Marshawn Gray was suffering from a gunshot wound to the upper torso. Mr. Gray said this happened in the area of East 5th Avenue and North 22nd Street. A large scene was located in that area. Mr. Gray became uncooperative with the investigation. This incident is still under investigation. Anyone with information regarding this incident is asked to call Columbus Police Felony Assault Unit or Central Ohio Crime Stoppers. Next, we have a victim, John Doe, male, unknown age. Officers responded to 1585 Smith Road on the report of a suspicious vehicle in the parking lot that had been parked there for a month and is now producing a foul odor. Officers arrived and discovered a silver Nissan Sentra, Pennsylvania tag, parked in the rear of 1585 Smith Road. Officers were able to see what appeared to be an arm with a watch under a blanket in the rear of this vehicle. Columbus Fire Department EMS 14 arrived at the scene and was able to open the vehicle and located a victim in the rear seat under a blanket in advanced stages of decomposition. EMS 14 pronounced this person deceased at 9:08 p.m. The coroner's office responded and took possession of the victim's body. The vehicle was photographed by CSSU and then impounded to be processed at the impound lot. Anyone with information regarding this incident is asked to call Columbus Police Homicide Section or Central Ohio Crime Stoppers. This is the 58th homicide in Columbus, Ohio in calendar year 2021. Next, we have a 10-year-old who was shot. The victim is a juvenile male, age 10. On April 14, 2021 at 12:17 a.m., patrol officers responded to 2255 Hannah Drive on a report of a shooting. Upon arrival, officers observed the victim with a single gunshot wound to the abdomen. The victim was inside his bedroom when multiple gunshots were fired into the residence from a vehicle that was driving by. The victim was struck once by the gunshots and transported to a local area hospital in critical condition, but was later upgraded to stable condition. Anyone with information regarding this incident is asked to contact Columbus Police Felony Assault Detective McCotter or Central Ohio Crime Stoppers. Next, we have a victim, Alyssa Gill, female, age 37. On April 14, 2021, at approximately 5:16 a.m., Columbus Police Patrol officers were dispatched to Grant Hospital, located at 111 South Grant Avenue, on a walk-in shooting. Upon arrival, officers located the victim in the trauma room where she was being treated for one gunshot wound to the right arm. Miss Gill stated that a friend transported her to the hospital. Miss Gill did not know where the shooting occurred. Miss Gill will survive her injury. This incident is still under investigation, and anyone with information is asked to contact Felony Assault Unit Detective Ian Pruitt or Central Ohio Crime Stoppers. Next, we have a victim, Michael Elmore, male, age 50. On April 14, 2021, at approximately 5:31 p.m., officers were dispatched to the area of East Whittier Street and Seymour Avenue on the report of a shooting. Upon arrival, officers located victim, Michael Elmore. Mr. Elmore informed officers that while he was driving eastbound on East Whittier Street, the driver of a gray sport utility vehicle that was traveling westbound on East Whittier Street rolled down his window and shot at him 4 to 5 times. Mr. Elmo was struck one time in the right leg and was later transported to an area hospital in stable condition. This incident is still under investigation. Anyone with information about this incident is asked to contact Detective J. France or Central Ohio Crime Stoppers. This concludes your weekly violent crime report for the city of Columbus, Ohio, for the week of April 9th through the 16th, 2021. Be safe out there.